One more night during our facing to the famine in Gaza, where there is no flour to make bread or anything in the market to feed our empty stomachs. Suddenly, our neighbors are bombed with no previous warning nor acceptable reason for bombing such innocents. We, as a family, gathered and sat in fear after knowing that our neighbor's mom and dad were martyred. Minutes later, we heard another airstrike on our neighborhood, having no idea about who were bombed because of the ash of the missile that spread in the air, where it lacks vision and the ability to breathe among the whole neighborhood. But a sudden shocking voice is coming from the beneath of the rubble of the bombed house. Turned out to be the voice of my uncle, telling us that he is here and calling us for help. Everyone came to help him and get my martyred and injured cousins out of the rubble, then taking them to the hospital. The scary thing is that all of these people were purely innocents as they had no weapons and could not threaten the IOF. Even their stomachs were empty. So people agreed that this is a clear message that we have to leave the area in order to prevent more death. And we decided to stay in the next neighborhood until the morning. We expected to feel a little safer, but the exact opposite happened when bombing our neighborhood started affecting us in the next neighborhood. So we had no choice but leaving after feeling threatened to stay and going to a near school seeking safety under a sky full of drones and quadcopters ready to kill us at any moment. Quadcopters followed us to the school and didn't stop moving around us so we couldn't sleep the whole night. It was the most tough and terrifying night I've ever faced as I lost my beloved cousins, who were my close friends, not just cousins, and being in fear of death or injury for any of us at any moment. Minutes were going more slowly than usual, and every moment to come carries more fear than before. We could barely handle that difficult night, and in the morning, people realized how dangerous the area is and started to manage to leave the school to go to Al Mawasi, the area near the sea. I stood for a short time on a high floor in the school where I could see the neighborhood we lived in, and I saw my house. It was still exists and was not bombed. So I wanted to say goodbye, wishing for a close comeback, but it turned out that there would be no return. It was completely bombed and flattened to the ground in front of my eyes. It wasn't the goodbye I've ever wished. It was sudden, fast, shocking, and unwarranted. An ununderstandable goodbye for a house I lived for 20 years in. Every corner whispers memories and witnesses our existence there. It's all destroyed now, and there's no point in heartbreak. So we left school like the rest, and we were displaced without the hope of return, with hearts laden with sorrow and heartbreak.